Now, this is an exciting time in robotic surgery. The technology is widely used in the US and is spreading around the world. And guess what? It's arrived in Nigeria, where the NISA Premier Hospital has begun accelerating the use of robotic systems in partnership with RoboMed Global USA. They've introduced a surgical innovation known as Turneye Pro, which is a new generation robotic surgical system that supports telesurgery and telemonitoring, allowing real-time guidance from experts in the US, allowing the performance of multi-speciality procedures in urology, general surgery, and gynecology. Well, from all this, I'm joined now in the studio by the CEO of the NISA Medical Group, Dr. Ibrahim Wada, OON, and Dr. Obi Davis Ekwenna, CEO of RoboMed, a US-based company that mobilizes robotic surgeons. Dr. Ekwenna is also a professor of urology and transplantation at the University of Toledo in Ohio. Thank you very much indeed for coming in. Of course, once they mentioned Ohio, because I went to university in Ohio.
Oh, wow.
I went to Xavier University in Cincinnati, Ohio, and then Ohio State University in Columbus, Ohio.
Fantastic.
The home of the Buckeyes. Because you guys never measured up when it comes to American football.
No.
But thank you very much indeed for coming in. Briefly, let me start with you, Dr. Wada. Tell us about this robotic surgical system that your hospital has brought into Nigeria and into the NISA Premier Hospital.
Yes. The good thing about modernization of surgeries is that we started from very crude ways, then we went into telescopic surgery. Robotics allows you to do almost any type of surgery you want to do that would have required opening the patient from top to bottom through a very small keyhole, while giving the surgeon all the comfort in the world. So it allows faster surgery, safer surgery, and that's what interested us to work with RoboMed Global to try and see if we can position it. What do I have to say about this? It's a success of a diaspora local collaboration built on trust and everyone putting his own things together to make it work for the bigger country. And I'm very happy and proud that I'm sharing this today with Obi to tell the world. And
Dr. Ekwenna, how does it actually work? I mean, you bring it's a robotic thing. It's here, and then people can control it from America or something. I mean, how does it work?
Well, I think you described some of it. But the robotic surgery platform, basically, you have a surgeon sitting on a console, and the younger kids these days can kind of identify with this. It's sort of like playing video game in a way. So you have a console where you're sitting, and then there's a patient cart that has instruments that are docked into the patient, and then you have a visual cart.
Where you're sitting can be in America, is that
well,
right?
Essentially, you can have telesurgery, and telesurgery is nothing new really, but that's a component, an additional component that can be used to. Yes, you could do surgery from distance, or you can monitor. You can use it for training and so forth.
Right.
So, yeah.
Very interesting. Yeah. I mean, so it's your sense, Dr. Wada, that robotic surgery can really improve patient outcomes in Nigeria, considering this country's limited medical resources.
Yes. I think the working together with experts like him, who are also willing to train the Nigerian research people, the surgeons, I have no doubt in my mind that we're going to the next level or higher level for the whole country, because it makes it simpler, easier, safer, faster, you name it. Everything is thrown into this, and that's why the whole world is jumping towards robotics, and why should Nigeria be left behind? So
yes, but of course the obvious consideration in a developing country like Nigeria is cost. I mean, what sort of costs are we talking about?
Yeah, no, I think that is something to consider, but I think the robotic surgery was started probably the first FDA-approved surgery was in 2000. So we're 25 years in, and we're now.
And it's just coming to Nigeria.
Because of that innovation, patents have expired, so to speak, and now some other companies and competition has come in. And I think for the betterment of all, as Dr. Wada had mentioned, we really are about access, and anyone should have access to this. And I think there's a way to sort of scale it in such a way that the cost is attainable. And again, are affordable to most.
Right.
Yeah.
So what would be the circumstances under which you would say we're going to employ this robotic surgery?
Literally every surgical
Right.
field. The one we have now will do urology, which means people with prostate problems, for example, or urinary issues. It will do gynecology, women with fibroids or any gynae condition that needs surgery. Instead of the old ways, there's now a new way to do that, and general surgery to intestinal, gallbladder.
But does that improve the chances of survival or the chances of, I don't know, better surgery or whatever?
Better outcomes, better surgery. You see, precision surgery, that's probably the word to do.
Right.
So if I'm to make an incision now, for example,
your hands might wobble a bit.
A little, that's one. And then I may not get it to exact, absolute millimeter specification. So aided with a robot, you can do exactly what you mean to do without too much stress on you.
So it's a bit like artificial intelligence, really. I mean, that's essentially what it is.
It's essentially a tool that enhances the ability of the surgeon to perform surgery in a precise way and for the benefit of the patient. So ultimately for the benefit of the patient and obviously the benefit of the surgeon because, the benefit of the surgeon because you can elongate a surgeon's lifelong practice essentially because there are stresses when you operate as well. But the key thing here is that the patient benefits from the surgery, quicker recovery, less wound infections, less complications, better visualization, and you can send patients home in one day after surgery, for example.
After major surgery.
After major surgery, so-called major surgery. Less bleeding, for example. Less, ability to see very well, better tissue handling. All of us have a tremor.
Yes,
everyone,
of course.
We all have essential tremor, and so those tremors go away when you start handling the robot.
Yeah, that's always what's a bit scary about doing eye surgery, for example. You fear that the guy's hand could twitch.
Indeed.
And pull a vital sort of thing there, and you suddenly go blind. But I mean, we're in a country, Dr. Wada, that has, let's face it, a shortage of skilled sort of surgeons and so on, particularly in rural areas.
Yes.
How can robotic surgery help address that, or can it?
Well, it should be able to. I'll defer that to the robotic surgeon himself. But the truth of it is every little helps. So if other people can get off this list doing robotics, more people are freer to go and help.
Right, in those rural areas.
But even beats our heart to say as much as we can do, money should not be the object.
Right.
Why should someone who is not so wealthy but can be helped by a robotic surgeon be denied? And so it won't be long before you start reading about our efforts to be inclusive.
Right. Okay.
Most importantly, to train local personnel.
Yeah, I was going to bring that
up.
Dr. Ekwenna. I mean, you obviously need to train people.
Absolutely.
I mean, train people. You've got to have education programs.
Yes.
People have to be able to support these robotic sort of surgery things in Nigerian hospitals. And you also have to think about maintenance and repair and all of that.
Absolutely.
How's all that going to work?
Absolutely. I'll tell you, right now, the robotic platform that we installed, the Tumai robot that was installed at NISA currently that we're using or that we will be deploying, was installed by local bioengineers here from Nigeria, trained obviously abroad. But One of the gentlemen came from Angola.
So the capacity is here.
The capacity is here,
Right.
absolutely.
Well, that's important.
So the
isn't it?
capacity is here.
Right.
The burden of surgical disease is tremendous. There's not enough surgeons. But with technology, as we all know, you can narrow that. You can begin to close that gap. You know, I mean, you know, we know about telecommunication. What happened with that? And so with telesurgery, I believe there's opportunity to not only provide care in different areas. There's also opportunity to train and skill training.
Yeah.
Right. Okay. Well, I want to commend you. I mean, both of you, for what you've done in Nigeria, and come back and talk to us. Let us know how this is going, because what you've done is absolutely seminal.
Thank you.
And it does require congratulations and gives people hope in this country. Dr. Obi Davis Ekwenna is CEO of RoboMed, a US-based company that mobilizes robotic surgeons. He's also a professor of urology and transplantation at the University of Toledo in Ohio. And of course, Dr. Ibrahim Wada, OON, is the CEO of the NISA Medical Group. Gentlemen, thank you very much indeed.